Hi, good morning, Swallows. Welcome to Friday's first of many videos. I feel it's going to be a good day, guys. All right, I just thought I'd start by introducing this video with. I hope you're all doing okay. Hope you're all right at home. Thought I'd explain a little bit as well. So what we know so far, Swallows, is that we'll be back in on Thursday. Can't wait for Thursday. And it's only a couple of days, guys. I hope you're all doing all right at home. Parents, the same. I know how hard this is going to be. As a parent with two children, I've had to get up early this morning, a lot earlier than usual. But I still thought, look, I make the effort for you all. I've put my shirts on, put my tie on, bit of normality in my head. You know, I know and I understand how hard it was yesterday as well. I do hope that it didn't cause too much trouble with a lot of you coming to pick your children up from work. It's a difficult time, guys. I just thought, you know, I'd pass on my sincere thanks for that because, you know, it's not an easy time at all. So look after each other and stay safe, guys. Thursday morning, back to a bit of normality. So I can't wait for that. Anyway, we're going to start with English this morning, guys. I thought we'd try a couple of videos today, see how we go, and then we can improve for Monday if we need to. Anything that's missing or anything that you guys would like to sort of undertake. We're not going to do reading today, guys. We're going to start with writing because we just started our writing piece yesterday when unfortunately we had to down tools, didn't we, and stop what we were doing. I've got just a little bit to finish off. I'd love to see what you can come up with this because I know that you're all really immersed into this. You're getting your head into what we were writing about as well. So let's make a start, guys. You can pause the video at any time. You know, come back to it. Hopefully, I can explain as we go how we do things in class, and you guys can tell your parents as well how we normally do things. I thought I'd start off with just by showing you guys. Let's do the date together. All right. So it's Friday, guys. So we'll start off with my capital F. Getting my kicks and flicks in there, guys. Okay. Remember, finger space in between. We're 27th. Finger space again. Capital N. Making sure my ascenders and descenders touch the top of your lines, guys. And you can all use your red books for this. Shouldn't take too much, you know, to sort of get your rulers out, get your pencils out, and get going on your own because you don't need your parents for that, guys. You got the utmost faith in you. All right. Gonna miss a line, guys, and then we're gonna get our LO in there today. LO colon. Now LO is to write a character. Description. I can down tools, guys, and I can wait for you all to just catch up. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. I'm going to start off with a bit of a starter this morning because I thought, look, we didn't do enough writing to finish this off yesterday, guys. So I just thought I'd give you a quick one. What I'd like from you guys is I'd like you to write a starting sentence for me, just one sentence, a sentence that contains a noun, an adjective, a verb, and an adverb. So it needs to have a noun, adjective, verb, adverb. What you guys can do, guys, is have your starter as a subheading, get that underlined nice and neatly, and then write your sentence. Step ones, and I'll just explain for parents, guys, at home, step 1s, 2s and 3s in my class. Step 1, 2 and 3 means it's a little bit more straightforward for step 1s, and you children know who you are as step 1s, but there's no reason why you can't challenge yourself today. That's what we're all about, aren't we, in Swallows? Choose your step, guys. So you can either do step 1, 2 or 3. I'm just going to grab myself a red pen. Just going to show you. Step 1, I'd like you to complete a sentence with a noun and an adjective. Step 2's a noun adjective, and a verb. And step 3's got the whole hog, guys, because it is coming up to Christmas, and a full sentence including a noun, adjective, verb, and an adverb. Okay. Okay, hopefully you got that finished, guys. I'm going to show you mine. Hopefully you can mark this off with your purple pens, or you tick or fix it. Anything would do, wouldn't it? Anything where you give a name, a place, or a thing to our item within our sentence. An adjective, your description word, obviously. You know, you're describing that noun. So give it a bit of vigor, guys. So big, small, large, medium. A verb, doing word. Make sure that you've got that verbal in there. That thing is doing something. And then your adverb is obviously to describe that verb. We've looked at adverbs last week, guys. Front end verb in particular. I'm going to show you mine. Mine is grumpy. Start with the fronted adverbial. Grumpy Mr. Pryor. Making sure that my noun obviously is a name this time. So I've got Mr. Pryor in capital letters. Grumpy Mr. Pryor ate. That's my verb, guys. I'm eating. You know how I like to eat. Ate his fish and chips. Let you in on a little secret. That was tea last night, guys. Okay, always tea on a Thursday. Ate his fish and chips, and he didn't just eat it. He ate it furiously. I'm going to finish with an exclamation there. Okay. Pause the video, guys. Check you've got all those elements in your video, in your sentence, and then come back to it with me with your purple pens. And when you upload this later, when you take a photograph of your whole page, once you've done your character description, then you can show me Grumpy Mr. Pryor, perhaps. All right, as a starter. Just going to grab a ball of dust, guys. Okay. So this week we have been focusing on an advert that's taken from YouTube. It's also taken from a website called Literacy Shed Adults, if you wanted to check that one out. It's a video, and if you just type into Google Rio advert 2016, it will come up. It's a video that's part of the rainforest topic that we're undertaking, and it's a video that's got rainforest themed animals within it. What I'd like you to do, children, today is I'd like you to put your sentence starters. You know, when we talked about those sentence starters, I've got one right here. Looks like this. Fantastic sentence starters. You've got FANTASTIC, and this is attached to the slip at the bottom of your Seesaw video, guys. What I'd like you to do today is I'd like you to focus on the sloth. And I've snipped a couple of pictures from that video for you guys. You can see the sloth. This is a gymnastic expert, and he climbs furiously up the tree at the start of our video, gets himself limbered up, and it's all about his focus on a medal in gymnastics. And it's sort of a good play on the rainforest topic, isn't it, guys? Because we know that Rio is built within touching distance of the Amazon rainforest. So our sloth partakes in some wonderful gymnastics during the video. It's a short clip, and our sloth, shows us that it's not all about just getting the race done or getting the event done in the Olympics. It's about him partaking in all the fears and the worries that he has, just with those short snippets that we see from the sloth. So what I'd like you to do, I'd like to think, and I'd like you to concentrate on at least 4 of our fantastics this week. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose, obviously, I'd like to know about your character's feelings. All right, that's the first one. I'd like to know any questions that he's asking. I'd like to know how the action plays out, and I'd like to know what he's noticing as he initially gets up the tree and sort of sees the forest in front of him, which we said imagine that to be the crowd. You've got all those hundreds of trees in front of him, but that could also be hundreds of faces that are staring out from him from the stadium if he was an actual Olympian. So what I'd like you to do, guys, I'd like you to think about the feelings first. And my first sentence, you know, this doesn't have to be a long character description, 3 or 4 sentences, particularly step ones, guys. I'd like you to think about how that character description is going to fit within your book. And I don't want loads of text. It's about the quality of your written outcome. So, fantastics. So what is he feeling? Well, I'm going to start off with a fronted adverbial. Nervously. He's nervous. He's energetic. It's an issue for him at the minute to sort of put those 4 years of training into, you know, his Olympic task. Nervously. The terrified. Nervously. The terrified sloth. Became aware. He was being watched. And that just gives a bit of a short setting to our character description. You know, he's nervous, he's fearful of the event that's taking place. He's also thinking about the fact that, hold on, you know, I could still lose this, even though I've put 4 years of dedicated hard work training into my Olympic event. So I started off with fronted adverbial, ly word, guys. The terrified sloth became aware he was being watched, and that just grips you. I think, you know, it grips you into the detail. You can do better, guys. I'm pretty sure you could up-level my sentence there straight away. He was being watched. He's focused. Perhaps you turn it round. This is quite a negative start, guys, because he's worried. But perhaps you think confidently. One of those adverbials to start confidently. The sloth took to the event like butter melting. Okay, that's my first sentence. If you want to pause the video and get your first sentence down, guys, you can do that. So, okay, after this one, I'm going to look directly at my next letter from the Fantastics, and that is asking what sort of questions is he asking himself in his head. So I'm going to continue it on, but I've only got a small board today, guys, but I want you guys to just continue your paragraph. Don't miss any lines, don't skip any lines for me, okay? So asking. So I might use the sort of question itself. I might say, underneath the surface, prepositional phrase to start this, guys, okay? Instead, so I'm thinking about where this action takes place. It's inside him, isn't it? It's all these questions and this asking of himself, his ability, is taking place within inside his own skin. All right. Underneath the surface, he questioned his ability. I'm going to full stop it there, guys, and then I'm going to actually lead into my question. Can I do this? He asked himself. Second sentence, guys. So just 2 parts, fronted adverbial, fronted prepositional phrase, and then comma to break up that sort of prepositional phrase. He questioned his ability. It's him about talking to himself all the way through. Can I do this? He asked himself. It's just a short, simple, snappy question, guys. So make sure that the asking part, whatever you're asking, contains a question. Pause the video, guys. Get your second sentence down. Superb, fellows. Well done. Lead in straight away, guys, with our third part. And it's our Ed. What is he noticing? And we had this yesterday from one of you in Swallow, so I'm going to magpie it, use it again because it's a fantastic starter. Hundreds of faces. Look back at him. Now, don't make the mistake that I've done, guys. I've literally said that my sloth is a male, but that's just the way I've gone about it. He looked like quite a sturdy chap, you see. So I thought, look, I'll give him as a male, but you could always have it as a woman, as a girl. You know, some of the best gymnastics sports personalities in the world are famous women. So like we've talked about Simone Biles, haven't we? You know, she's, if you want to research her on YouTube, guys, somebody that sort of blows me away every time I watch it. You know, she's absolutely outstanding and incredible. So hundreds of faces look back at him. This is what he's noticing around the stadium. Does it create a bit of fear? Does it create a bit of tension for him? Ask yourself that question. Well, it would with me personally, so I'm going to go down that route. If I'm looking back at all those faces, I'm going to start to sort of doubt whether I can do this and whether people are questioning me as well. So hundreds of faces look back at him. What do they see? His skin twitched. I'm going to just mention now that he's actually climbing up to the apparatus at this point. So I'm going to say his skin twitched as he mounted the apparatus. And that again is about what is he noticing, you know, as he's climbing. So that's relevant. It stays within our fantastic starters, sentence starters. So hundreds of faces look back at him. His skin twitched as he mounted the apparatus. Now, change the verbs, guys. You know, change what he's doing. How is he climbing? Is he just climbing? You know, it's simple and straightforward enough. Particularly sort of step 1, step 2, guys. Don't make it too complicated. It's about what you can see from the sloth during our clip again. So pause the video, guys. Get your third sentence down, and we'll finish with a short, snappy sentence for our A. Okay, guys, get rid of that one. The final part of my character description, I'm going to try and finish with a bit of action. So, I've got to have that adverbial in there, as well as my verb. So I'm going to say swinging wildly, because halfway through the video, it shows the sloth sort of looping that rope, doesn't it, guys? So it's swinging wildly. It's my front adverbial. I want to focus on those front adverbials because for me, you know, you produce some fantastic ones when we look at the rainforest last week, guys. So swinging wildly. What happens next? He pushed his body to the limit, guys. To me, he's putting it all in there because he wants to achieve that gold medal. You know, that gold medal result. He wants to get the judges to notice, you know, just how much he's trained, how much he's pushed himself. So swinging wildly, he pushed his body to the limit. What else happened next? Well, have a look back at the video, guys. You know, he pushes himself and push, and then it's the dismount that ends really, really well. So for me, I'm going to say he unleashed his potential. Bringing his routine to a close. Now remember, you can magpie any of this, guys. Just move it back a bit just so you can see it. And that's the end of my character description. Okay, it's short, simple, doesn't really get into too much detail, guys, but it's just about what we can see from the sloth again, what he's feeling, what does he notice. You know, you don't have to go into great lengths, guys, to tell me about the routine itself. Think about the pictures, have a look at the clip. What do you notice about our sloth today? Once you've done, guys, take a photograph, if you don't mind, of your page, keep it really neat. Handwriting presentation is a big focus, and whilst I have a brew in my Burkle, you know how I like a cup of tea, guys, I'll watch them all flood in. Thanks a lot for this, guys. Look forward to the maths video that's coming up in a short while. All right, look after yourselves. Thanks, guys.